Good morning, students. This video is for class 7. We are going to learn chapter number 7, electricity and magnetism. The first topic to be covered in this video is source of electricity. And the first source we are discussing is an electric cell, which is the most common source of electricity. So, an electric cell is having or consisting of a vessel with metal rods called electrodes and a chemical substance called electrolyte. Now here we are going to discuss in detail structure of dry cell. So a dry cell consists of a zinc container whose base acts as a negative electrode. It also has a carbon rod placed at the center, and this rod acts as the positive electrode. This rod is surrounded by a mixture of manganese dioxide and charcoal in a muslin bag. The electrolyte used here is mostly a paste of ammonium chloride, plaster of Paris, etc. And the outer body of a zinc container is insulated with a thick cardboard or plastic kind of material. You have to learn this diagram given in your book, and also you should know all the labeling as shown in your book. Now this cell is mostly used in various appliances like torch, remote, etc. And when you use this cell and suppose it is connected to a bulb, the chemical reaction which takes place in the cell leads to the flow of current from the anode to cathode. And the advantages of these cells is they are light in weight, small in size, portable, that is you can carry from one place to another, and there is no chance of leakage. The cells, as we already know, is used in many appliances such as radio, calculator, wristwatch, etc. Now, when we need a lot of current, we can combine them or we can use them in a group of two or more. And when we use them in a group of two or more, then it is called a battery. As you can see in the diagram, this is how you can connect two or more cells. The only thing we have to take care is a positive is always connected to the negative. When you connect two or more cells, you can make sure that a positive is connected to a negative. Next, we will discuss the other sources of electricity. So the first to discuss is the mains. At home, we use electricity for various appliances and it is supplied from the mains. The power generated at the power station is first sent to various substations and finally the connection is given to the mains or the main meter, and from there it is supplied to the other appliances or electrical gadgets like fan, refrigerator, etc. The next source of electricity we are going to discuss is a generator. Now, generator, when we have a shortage of electricity or a failure, we use generator. So in generators, usually the mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy and we can get good amount of electric current. And finally, we will discuss about solar cells. That is, the light energy or the energy from the sun can be converted into electrical energy by using this solar cells. So children, we have discussed 3 or 4 different types of sources. Number 1 was electric cell, and we discussed about dry cell. Next, we discussed mains, that is the source at home. Then we discussed a generator, where mechanical energy is converted to electrical. And finally, solar cell, that is light energy is converted into electrical energy by using these cells. Now, next, we are going to discuss about flow of electricity in a current circuit. Now, the path along which the electricity flows is called the circuit. When we talk about circuit, electricity always flows in a closed or a complete circuit. Like you can see here in the diagram. In this given figure, you can see it's a complete circuit or all the path, it is closed. That is why the bulb will glow. But if you have a circuit, see, it is broken here. In this case, the bulb will not glow. Thus, we can conclude that if the circuit is complete, then only, or closed, then only current will pass and the bulb will glow. Now, next we will be discussing about conductors and insulators. So any material which allow current to pass through it is called conductor, and any material which does not allow the current to pass is called insulators. Some of the examples of conductors are given here, like copper, aluminum, steel, or any kind of metal. They are known as conductors, whereas plastic, cloth, rubber, wood, glass, they are all examples of non-conductors or insulators. Okay. Example, you can see the protective coating on wire. You can see here this wire, this is the conductor, what is inside, whereas the outside, the insulator, which will not allow the current to pass from inside to outside. Next, we will be discussing flow of charges. Now, when we are joining two conductors, charged conductors or uncharged conductors, the electrons will always flow from a conductor which is having more electrons to the conductors which is having less electrons. Now, this flow of charges we will learn by the help of an example. Like first we have, look at this figure. Here you can see that uncharged conductor is connected to a positively charged conductor. This is positively charged and this is uncharged. And you can see that the moment of electron will be from B to A. Means wherever there is excess, from excess to less, we can say that here the number of electrons are less. Positively charged means less. So the electrons will move from B to A. Now let us take one more example. Here you can see a negatively charged conductor is connected to a uncharged conductor. And here you can see that the moment of electrons is from A to B. As you can see, from A to B, because here there is an excess of electron, whereas here it is less. So the moment of electrons will be from A to B. Now, the next example, we can see that we have a positive and a negative conductor. Positively charged and a negatively charged conductors, when they are kept in contact, the moment of electrons will be from negative to positive, means from more to less. So we can conclude here that the moment of electrons is always from more electrons to the conductor having less electrons. Now, this flow of charges can be defined as a current. That is, current is defined as the rate of flow of charge. It is measured in the unit ampere and it is after the name of the scientist, Ampere. Now, we have learned sources of electricity, conductors, insulators, and current. That current is actually the flow of charges. That's it for the video. We are stopping now.